until something moved without a sound. I was walking through the dark like I knew my name. Every step the same, every breath the same. No fire, no flame, just a steady night. And then I thought to look for light. Then a whisper brushed against my skin, like a feeling I had never been in. Not loud, not bright, not asking to stay. Just a warmth that didn't fade away. It didn't rush, it didn't break, it didn't need a move to make. Just quietly, it grew in me. A quiet spark in the dark, barely there, but it left a mark. Didn't burn, didn't shine too far. Still I felt it in my heart, like a glow I couldn't name. Soft and wild, but never flame. In the silence, there you are, a quiet spark in the dark. When I learned my shape, how it filled the empty space I gave. No sudden change, no crashing wave, just something I began to crave. In the stillness it would softly stay, not asking more, not pulling me away. Like it knew I'd understand, without ever needing to hold my hand. No rush in time, no need to prove, no fear of losing what we never moved. In the dark, maybe it was never meant to burn. Maybe it was something I could learn, that not all love has to be loud, to be real, to be loud. Maybe soft is where it starts, the gentlest way to change a heart. No thunder, no falling stars, just a quiet spark in the dark. A quiet spark in the dark. Now I see how strong you are. Never loud, but always true. Every part of me feels you, like a flame that doesn't race, but still rewrites every space. In the silence, near or far, you're the light I didn't guard. And I almost didn't see the way you started quietly, but now I know just what you are. My quiet spark in the dark. Like I was never really there, but something stayed this time, something aware. used to move like a shadow on a wall, never too loud, never much at all. Every word like silence was the safest step. Then you stood where the quiet grew. Didn't reach, didn't try to move, just stayed where the stillness lay, like you understood my hidden way. No questions asked, no need to prove, no sudden shift to disapprove. You let the moment breathe with me. Where the night first listened, I felt something different, like I didn't have to disappear just to keep someone near. In the hush, you stayed, every unspoken word you gave, and I finally felt like I was seen in the space between. Didn't know that eyes could hold a kind of calm I'd never known. Not pulling close, not turning away, just meeting me in the quiet place. No need to fill the air with sound, no need to turn the silence down. It wasn't empty like before, it felt like something more. You didn't rush what I concealed, you let the hidden parts stay real. And slowly I could breathe where the night first listened, every part unhidden. I didn't have to change my shape or hide what I couldn't say. In the still, you stayed, like the dark could finally break, and I finally felt like I was seen in the space between. Maybe being seen isn't loud, maybe it's soft and not allowed to rush or pull or rearrange the quiet ways we slowly change. Maybe love begins like this, not in fire but in gentleness, when nothing needs to prove it's real, just the way it makes you feel. Where the night first listened, heavy silence glistened, like the dark was finally kind to the corners of my mind. In the calm, you stayed, every fragile part you gave, and I finally felt like I was seen in the space between. And I don't need the light to show what your quiet let me know, that even in the darkest scene, I can still be seen. We never said it out loud, but something stayed between the silence and the sound we almost made. There's a space where your voice almost lives, in the breath you hold back, in the way you give. Not too much, not too clear, still I feel you near. Every glance like a quiet spark, lighting shapes inside the dark. No need to name what's growing slow, we both are between words and every silence I heard something rising, barely there, but it's living in the air. Not a fire, not a cry, just a glow we don't deny, and it's closer than it seems in the space between. You don't reach, but you never leave. There's a quiet way you stay with me, like a rhythm we don't show, but somehow both follow. Every pause holds something real. Every stillness makes me feel like if we spoke it, it might break the beauty we didn't take. So we let it softly grow. In the space between. Maybe not all of needs sound to turn the quiet inside out. Maybe truth can live this way in what we almost say. In every look we never hide, in every moment we let slide. There's something softly coming through me and you. Soft flames between words. Now every silence is heard, not invisible anymore, but still gentle at the core, like a fire made of light that doesn't need to fight, and it's brighter than it seems in the space between. We don't have to say it now, we don't have to show it how. It's already who we are. Soft flames in the dark. Soft flames in the dark. I was almost gone, the shuttle in between. Not lost, just unseen. I learned to live where the light fell thin, where edges blur and the dark begins. No sharp lines, no place to stay, just drifting slowly into gray. I kept my voice beneath the sound where no one thought to turn around, like I was safer out of view, like fading was the thing to do. Then something shifted quietly, not pulling hard, just noticing me, like you could see through what I hide. You found me in the fade, where I was slowly erased, not reaching loud, not calling my name. Still somehow you stayed in the blur in between. You saw parts of me unseen, and I didn't have to try to not rearrange, just held without needing to change. And in the space you gave to me, I found the parts I couldn't see, like light that didn't overwhelm. But let me be myself. You found me in the fade. Now nothing feels the same. Not louder, not brighter to prove, just closer to the truth. In the soft, in the still, you saw me when I couldn't feel. And I don't have to change. You found me in the fade. I was almost gone, but you stayed long enough to see me. I wasn't looking, I wasn't waiting, but something found me anyway. I had learned how to keep things still, to quiet every rising thrill. No sudden turns, no open doors, no asking for anything more. I wore the calm like second skin, let nothing loud come rushing in. No fire left to rearrange, no need for anything to change. Then something slipped between the lines, not loud enough to redefine, but strong enough to stay. Light I didn't ask for came drifting through the dark door. Didn't break, didn't fall apart, still it settled in my heart. Not a flame I try to hold, just a warmth that slowly grew. And before I knew what it was for, it was more. You didn't come like a storm would, didn't shake me like I thought you could. Just a presence soft and near, like you'd always been right here. No demands, no need to stay. Still you never slipped away, like a quiet kind of truth that didn't need to be proved. You didn't ask me to believe, you let the feeling come to me, and I couldn't turn away. Light I didn't ask for, now I don't close that door. Didn't rush, didn't leave a scar, still it showed me who you are. Not a fire I had to chase, just a glow I learned to face. And before I knew what it was for, I wanted more. Maybe love doesn't arrive the way we think it has to try. No warning signs, no grand display, just something that quietly stays. Maybe all I needed was a light that didn't ask, because it never came to take control, just to make me whole. just become. You're the one. I wasn't looking, but you were there. A light I didn't ask for, but one I'll always care. No words, just the quiet, and somehow it's enough. We didn't need a place to go, no destination we had to know. Just standing where the night felt wide, with nothing left to hide. The air was cool, the world was still. No sudden rush, no distant thrill. Just breathing in the space we shared, like something softly cared. No need to fill the empty sky, no need to ask the reason why. We let the silence stay, held by the midnight air. Nothing spoken, still you're there. Not a sound, but I can feel something quiet turning real. In the dark we don't pretend, no beginning, no clear end. Just a moment we both share, held by the midnight air. You didn't reach but stayed so near, like you belonged exactly here. No pressure pulling us apart, just closeness without a start. The quiet wrapped around us slow, like something only we could know. And in that space I understood that silence could be good. No need to turn the moment loud, no need to stand out from the crowd. We let the stillness lead, held by the midnight air. Every breath a quiet prayer, not a word but still it's clear. There's something keeping you here, in the calm in between all the things we've never seen. There's a truth we didn't prepare, held by the midnight air. Maybe this is how it grows, not in things the world can show, but in the spaces left unspoken, where nothing needs to be broken. Maybe love can simply be a quiet kind of gravity, pulling close without a sound, keeping both of us around, held by the midnight air. Now I know why you were there, not to change or rearrange, but to make the stillness change into something warm and true, something I can share with you. No fear, no need to repair, held by the midnight. Words, still I know, in the quiet we fragile light, careful not to let them fall too bright. But in your eyes there was a trace of something time could not erase. No need to turn the silence loud, no need to stand above the crowd. You stayed within that gentle space where nothing had to be replaced. And in the pauses left behind, I felt a truth I couldn't find in anything we'd say. The way your silence spoke, every hidden part awoke. Not a word, but still it knew every piece of something true. In the hush, in the glow, there was more than we could show, and I heard it clear as hope. The way your silence spoke. You didn't need to reach for sound to turn my quiet inside out. Just being there was all it took to read me like an open book. No explanations left to give, no fear in how we chose to live. In every breath we didn't say, there was something that would stay. No language shaped, no lines to trace, still I could feel it in that space. A truth we didn't break, the way your silence spoke, every fragile part unbroke. Not a phrase, but still it stayed in every quiet word we made. In the dark, in between all the things we've never seen, there was something we both know. The way your silence spoke. Maybe love was never meant to live inside what words present. Maybe it's the space they leave, where we finally believe. In every pause, in every breath, there's something stronger underneath, a quiet truth we can't outgrow, but always know. The way your silence spoke turned the stillness into hope. Not a sound, but still it stayed in every choice we never made. Like a light that doesn't fade, in the calm that we both gave, and I'll always hold it close. The way your silence spoke. You never said it, but I know somewhere in the quiet you showed. No one would notice if we never said a word. Something burning. We walk the line between the calm and something we can't put our palms on. No sudden change, no breaking through, just something slowly pulling me to you. Your eyes don't ask, they understand. like holding more than open hands. A quiet glow behind your gaze that never tries but never fades. We don't need the world to see what's quietly alive in me and living in you too. Sparks beneath the midnight sky, hidden where the shadows lie. Not a flame that shouts out loud, still it rises through the cloud. In the dark it feels so clear, every moment pulls you near. Even if we never try, sparks beneath the midnight sky. No one will guess what's growing here, between the calm and what we fear. No sudden rush, no need to prove, just something neither of us can move. It's in the space we never break, in every breath we choose to take. A quiet kind of gravity that keeps you close to me. We never named what this became, still every moment feels the same, like something we can't hide. Sparks beneath the midnight sky, soft but never passing by. Not a fire we had to chase, still it fills this empty space. In the still, in the blue, every silence leads to you. Even if we don't ask why, sparks beneath the midnight sky. Maybe love doesn't need a name to burn in ways we can't contain. Maybe quiet is where it stays, in all the unspoken ways. In every glance we let remind it, every calm that holds the flame. There's something stronger than the light, alive inside the night. Sparks beneath the midnight sky. Now I see the reason why. Not a fire that had to show, still it's something we both know, like a glow that won't deny. Even when we don't define it, it's brighter every time. Sparks beneath the midnight sky. No one would notice, but we feel it every time the world goes still. I used to hold the edge so tight, afraid of what the fall might be. But something's different now with you, with me. I measured every step before, never let my heart explore the space between the fear and truth. I always kept myself removed, every feeling stayed contained, like letting go would bring me pain. But in your quiet, steady way, you never asked me to be safe. You didn't push, you didn't pull, just let me feel it even full. And slowly I leaned in, falling without breaking. Every breath before. Never let my heart explore the space between the fear and truth. I always kept myself removed. Every feeling stayed contained, like letting go would bring me pain. But in your quiet, steady way, you never asked me to be safe. You didn't push, you didn't pull, just let me feel it even full. And slowly I leaned in, falling without breaking. Every breath I'm taking feels like something I can trust, not something I must adjust. In your calm I let it be, all the parts inside of me. And for the first time I'm not shaking, falling without breaking. I let the silence open wide, no more need to run and hide. Every doubt that used to stay, slowly drifting far away. You don't catch me, you don't try, still I'm safe inside your sky. Like the fall was never real, just a chance to finally feel. No fear of where this moment goes, no need to guard what slowly grows. I'm steady as I fall, falling without breaking. Every breath I'm taking feels like something I can trust, not something I must adjust. In your calm I let it be, all the parts inside of me. And for the first time I'm not shaking, falling without breaking. I let the silence open wide, no more need to run and hide. Every doubt that used to stay, slowly drifting far away. You don't catch me, you don't try, still I'm safe inside your sky. There's a moment right before everything moves, where nothing changes, but everything feels true. It's in the pause before we speak, in the stillness underneath every word we almost say, but let the silence keep. Time slows down without a sound, like the world can't spin around when you're standing close to me, in that quiet gravity. No past, no future pulling through, just this second holding you and holding me the same. In the space between heartbeats, where the quiet feels complete, every second stretches wide, like there's nowhere left to hide. Not a rush, not a race, just a calm we both embrace. And everything we need lies between heartbeats. We don't chase what's yet to come, we don't undo what we've become, just stay where the moment stays, letting time fall out of place. Every breath a softer thread, pulling close to what's unsaid. And in the stillness I can see all you are and all of me. No need to hold, no need to prove, nothing here we have to move. It's perfect. heartbeats right before the world moves on. We are already where we belong. It should have faded like the light at dawn, but somehow it's still here. We never promised it would stay, just something soft we let remain. A quiet light we didn't name, that never asked to be explained. I thought the morning would erase every trace we couldn't place, but even as the dark was gone, something still held on. It didn't burn, it didn't break, just lingered in the space we made. A warmth that wouldn't leave, a glow that stayed too long after everything was gone. Not a fire, not a flame, still it whispers your name. In the calm, in the gray, it refuses to fade away, and I don't know where I belong with a glow that stayed too long. I try to let the silence close, to settle where the ending goes, but every breath I let go free still brings you back to me. Not a ways that break me down, just a soft and steady sound, like an echo in my chest that never comes to rest. No sudden rush, no sharp goodbye, just something that won't pass me by. No matter how I move, a glow that stayed too long. Now I carry it along. Not a wound, not a scar, still it follows where you are. In the night, in the day, it's a light I can't betray, and I don't know how to move on from a glow that stayed too long. Maybe some lights never leave, even when we don't believe in what they were supposed to be or what they mean to me. Maybe love can overstay, not to take but gently stay. There's something softer than goodbye that never has to die. A glow that stayed too long. Now I know it wasn't wrong. Not a flame that burned too bright, but a soft and lasting light. In the space left behind, it still lives inside my mind, and I don't have to move on from a glow that stayed too long. It should have faded, but it stayed, and maybe that's okay. I thought it was just passing through, a flicker, nothing more. But time keeps bringing me back to what I didn't see before. Something I could understand, a fleeting trace, a simple spark that wouldn't leave a lasting mark. I told myself it wouldn't stay, just something time would take away. But every step I moved along, it followed like a quiet song. I tried to place it in a frame, a moment I could safely name, but it refused to fade. You were never just a moment, not a breath that came and went, not a feeling I could lose, or a path I didn't choose. In the silence and the truth, every part still leads to you, and I see it now so clear. You were always more than here. I didn't see how deep it ran, or how it shaped the way I am, like something quietly designed to leave its mark across my mind. Not loud enough to make me stay, but strong enough to never fade. And every comment, every ache, it's something I can't separate. No distance ever pulled it far, no time erased what you are. You stayed within the line. You were never just a moment, not a line I could forget, not a shadow passing by, or a reason I deny. In the still, in the blue, every piece still holds you, and I feel it everywhere. You were always deeper Maybe I was meant to learn. Not all things fade, not all things burn. Some remain in softer ways, in the quiet of our days. And even if you're not here now, there's something I still feel somehow. Not a past I leave behind, but something intertwined. You were never just a moment, now I see what it all meant. Not a spark that came undone, but a light that still goes on. In my heart, in my breath, even through the quiet rest. And I'll carry you like this, more than something I could miss. I thought you'd fade, but you remain, not just a moment, but a quiet flame. It started softly, like it always does, but something shifted, something was too much. We held the quiet like a shield. eyes let nothing feel. Every spark we kept inside, like it was safer there to hide. But every glance began to stay a little longer than before, and every breath we tried to slow only made me want you more. We never said and never tried, but something moved we couldn't hide. A heat beneath the calm. When the night began to burn, there was no place left to turn. Every silence caught a flame, calling out your hidden name. Not a spark we could control, it was rising through it all, and I felt it deep within. When the night began to burn, you didn't reach, but still I knew there was something pulling through. Every line we tried to keep started breaking underneath. The calm we built began to shake, not in fear but in a wake. Like the dark was finally lit by something we couldn't resist. No more space to let it hide, no more quiet to divide what was already true. When the night began to burn, every feeling took its turn. Not a whisper left to stay. Every truth found its way through the calm, through the air. There was fire everywhere, and I felt it pulling in. When the night began to maybe we were always this, just waiting for the shift, where silence turns to something more than we could hold before. And even if it's too much now, there's no returning to somehow the quiet we once knew. It's already breaking through. When the night began to burn, now there's nothing left to learn. Not a fear we can't defend, not a place we can't pretend. In the fire, in the light, we've uncovered what we hide, and I feel it in my soul. When the night took control, it started softly, but now I see some fires were meant to be. It's quiet now, but not empty. Something still lingers, like light that won't leave. The fire settled into air, but something softer stay right there. Not in flames or burning bright, just a trace of gentle light. I walk through moments left behind and find you resting in my mind. Not as something I regret, but something I won't forget. No longer loud, no longer wild, but still enough to make me smile in ways I can't explain. familiar space where every feeling finds its place without the need to be replaced. You don't pull me back in time, but you're still a gentle line running through the life I live and every breath I give. No need to bring the past to life. It lives within, it feels like a light that never really fades. Echoes lit in gold, not a story left untold, but a glow that carries through every part of something true. In the still and the blue, there's a trace of me and you, and it softly leads me home. Echoes lit in gold. Maybe some things never leave, not because we still believe, but because they've changed the way we move through every day. And even if the fire's gone, its light continues moving on in softer, quieter ways that never fade. Echoes lit in gold. Now I see how they unfold. Not a past I need to chase, but a light I still embrace. In my heart, in my soul, every memory makes me whole, and I carry what we've known. Echoes lit in gold. It's quieter now, but it still shines in every corner of my mind. There were places I never let the light in, but somehow you found them. I kept the corners of my mind hidden where no one would find. Every doubt I couldn't face, every fear I couldn't name. I learned to live with what I hide, letting shadows stay inside, never asking them to leave. Just something I believed. You didn't try to pull them out, didn't question what they're about. You just stayed close. Even shadows learned your name, every hidden part the same. Not afraid, not pushed away, they just softened where you stayed. In the dark, in the deep, where I buried what I keep, you reached places I couldn't tame. Even shadows learned your There's a quiet kind of bloom when nothing's forced to disappear, but simply held near. Even shadows learn to name. Now they're not the same, not erased, not pushed away, but transformed in gentle ways. In my soul, in my breath, there's no fear of what is left, and I carry all I became. Even shadows learned your name. There were places I feared to see. Now they're softer because of you and me. Try to keep it quiet, try to let it stay unseen, but something kept rising somewhere in between. I folded every feeling down, kept it underneath the sound. Like if I never let it show, it would fade, it wouldn't grow. Every glance I turned away, every word I couldn't say, still it lingered in my chest, like it wouldn't let me rest. I held it in, I held it tight, but even in the quiet night, it found a way to breathe. The fire I couldn't hide was burning deep inside, not loud, not out of control, but it was taking quiet, but now I understand. Some fires aren't meant to stay hidden. More than I could hold, but it left me something I didn't know I needed. I walked alone where shadows grew, where nothing felt completely true. Every step I couldn't see, still it kept surrounding me. I thought I'd lose what I had been to everything I felt within. Like depth would pull me too far down into a place I couldn't turn around. But something in the quiet stayed. Not everything was swept away. There was more beneath. What the dark gave back to me was something I could finally see. Not a loss, not a break, but a truth I couldn't fake. In the depth, in the fall, I found something through it all, and it shaped what I could be. What the dark gave back to me. The fear I carried lost its weight. The silence turned to something safe. Every part I used to hide now feels softer from inside. I didn't leave the dark behind. It changed the way I see the light. Like both can live in harmony and still belong to me. No need to run, no need to fight. Every shadow holds a light if I let it be. What the dark gave back to me was a deeper clarity. Not a wound I had to mend, but a place I could descend and return without the fear that I disappear down here. Now I know what I can be. What the dark gave back to me. Maybe falling wasn't wrong. Maybe I was growing strong in the places I once feared. Something real appeared, and every piece I thought I'd lose was reshaped into a truth. Not broken, not undone, but becoming someone. What the dark gave back to me, now I hold it carefully. Not a past I need to change, but a strength I can embrace. In my heart, in my breath, there's a calm within the depth, and I'm more than I could see. What the dark gave back to me. I thought the dark would take, but it gave me everything I couldn't see. Thought letting go meant losing you, but something stayed. Not in my hands, but in my sky. Afraid the time would change your name. Like if I loosened even slightly, you would fade away from me. But now I stand within the calm, where nothing needs to be held on. And somehow you are still right here, without the weight of fear. No longer something I must keep, still you're alive inside of me, in ways that don't confine. The sky still holding your light, even as you fade from sight. Not a loss, not a goodbye, just a change in where you lie. In the air, in the blue, there's a trace of me and you, and I don't have to hold on tight to a sky still holding your light. I let the silence gently fall. No need to answer every call of what we were or what we're not. I'm learning how to leave that thought. You're not a place I need to find. You're something living in my mind, a quiet echo I can trust, that doesn't ask for more from us. No need to carry all the weight. Love doesn't vanish, it translates into another form. Sky still holding your light, softly glowing through the night. Not a past I must reclaim, but a warmth that still remains. In the calm and the wide, no longer something I hide. And I don't have to hold on tight to a sky still holding your light. Maybe letting go is this, not forgetting what exists, but allowing it to be something softer, something free. And even if you're far away, you're still a part of what I say, in every quiet piece of me. You'll always be. The sky still holding your light. Now it feels so clear and right. Not a flame I need to chase, but a glow I can embrace. In my heart, in my breath, there's no fear of what is left. And I don't have to hold on tight to a sky still holding your light. I thought letting go meant losing you, but now I see you just became part of me. The fur has quieted, nothing left to prove, only something softer, something new. What once was bright, what once was wild, now rests in something reconciled. No longer reaching out for more, no longer what it was before. Turn to something kind, a gentle weight I leave behind. Not lost, not gone, just rearranged into a softer shape of change. No fear of what remains of me, no need to hold what used to be. I let it slowly fade, soft ashes, gentle dawn, where everything moves on, not erased, not torn apart, just resting in a quieter heart. In the light, in the air, there's a peace I didn't prepare, and I finally feel reborn. Soft ashes, gentle dawn. I don't need to trace the flame or call back every past by name. What matters still lives in me, in calmer, deeper clarity. No echoes pulling me behind, no shadows I have to unwind. Just a steady breath I take in every step I choose to make. No longer held by what I knew, no longer shaped by what I grew through. Now I can simply be. Soft ashes, gentle dawn, every weight is slowly gone. Not a loss I need to mourn, but a space where I transform. In the calm, in the wide, there's nothing left I need to hide, and I finally feel reborn. Soft ashes, gentle dawn. Maybe this is what it means to let go of what has been. Not forgetting, not denying, but allowing without trying. And every piece that once would burn has become something I've learned. Not a fire I carry on, but a light I've grown beyond. Soft ashes, gentle dawn. Now I know where I belong. Not in what I had to fight, but in this quiet, steady light. In my soul, in my breath, there's no fear of what is left, and I finally feel reborn. Soft ashes, gentle dawn. The fire has quieted, but something stayed, not in the flame, but in the peace it made. Nothing left to chase, nothing left to prove, just the quiet and everything it holds. I've walked through fire, through the dark, carried every fading spark, watched them rise and fall away in their own unspoken way. And now the sky feels open wide, no need to run, no need to hide, just a calm I've come to know in the places I let go. No echoes pulling me behind, no questions left inside my mind, just a steady breath where the sparks finally rest. chase the past or hold on to what couldn't last. Every moment had its place, now it settles into gray.